Hello dear people of the YouTubes, this is the Dirt Rally Career Mode, we're back. We're in Monte Carlo. So we can finally do an advanced setup, which I'm still not gonna use. So yeah, we're first after we won the Wales Rally, and now off to the first stage of the Monte Carlo Rally. Boom, off we go. So this rally in general, it is a very weird one because the first stages, they are on asphalt. They are, you know, just on a normal street. And that's good because I like driving on, you know, normal street. But the later stages, you know, I think the third stage actually is the first one we're gonna see that has a lot of ice and snow in it. And that's bad because asphalt, it is, as you know probably if you own a car, you know, very high grip. That's what it's made for. It's here to keep cars on the road. But ice and snow, it is not made to keep, you know, cars on the road. It's doing the exact opposite. It's the least grip surface you can drive on, ice. And the Monte Carlo Rally, it mixes those two things. Whoa, bit out of control there. And it mixes those two things. And I found that really difficult to deal with. So yeah, what I was trying to do here is just to push as much as possible on the asphalt stages, and then because I knew I was gonna lose time on the ice and snow parts of the stages, I just tried to, you know, drive as fast as possible here. And I think we're gonna see that actually in this episode, because this episode it's going to feature 3 stages. And yeah, the third stage is going to have a bit of ice in it. But let's don't talk about the third stage, let's talk about the first stage. It's, you know, pure asphalt, quite cool to drive on. It reminds me a lot of Assetto Corsa, the hill climb. I don't know if you play Assetto Corsa or not, but if you do, try to play the hill climb and drive it in the Lotus 49. It's a lot of fun. I did that a lot, and you know, it has kind of a similar feel to it, this stage. So I felt pretty confident, sometimes a little bit too confident, as you probably saw a couple of seconds ago, or like, I don't know, half a minute ago, where I made that mistake. But in general, yeah, really good feeling here. So I'm quite confident that I will take well, the first position here in this race, but or in this stage. But as I already said, you know, I have to collect a bit of time, a bit of an advantage to our opponents, who will probably not lose that much time on the ice, but I do, and I will do. So this day, well, there is already some ice here, some ice patches, but it's not too bad. You can still drive on it like it was asphalt, and the music sets in, and so that's basically it. That's the first stage already, and I hope we win with quite a bit of time. It's 7.5 seconds out of the Finn, Turunen, who also drives a Lancia 037. Well, the second stage, as you can see there, or as you could see for a very small time frame there, 95% of the stage consists of asphalt, 1% of ice and 1% of snow. So this is also one of those push stages, and you know, first corners already, I push a lot, and I think it's a bit too much actually, because I lost a bit of time, I presume, there. But I don't give up, and I continue driving, and yeah. Whoa, that's really close there. It's yeah, using every single centimeter of the road there, and then some. So yeah, I think this stage is a bit shorter than the first one, so it's probably not possible to drive 7 entire seconds faster than Turun, but you know, I'm still trying to drive faster than him and as fast as possible. And yeah, asphalt in general, it is, as I already said, pretty. You have to push pretty hard to drive fast, because if you don't, it's going to cost a lot of time. But the thing is here that everything is a lot more twitchy. So every single movement, every single millimeter, degree movement of the steering wheel, it sends you into some direction. And that's... I don't think I was quite used to that, because I drove the Wales Rally before that and... Whoa, bit of a show there. Yeah, but I drove the Wales Rally before that, and that was on a loose surface. And on loose surfaces you can, you know, kind of drive the car with... or direct the direction you're going in by braking and pushing the throttle and, you know, doing the weight transfer thing and stuff. I think you know what I'm talking about. But here on asphalt, that's not really possible. It's the steering wheel, and if you do a wrong movement with the steering wheel, then, well, it's a mistake, and you're going to end up in the wall because you're traveling at pretty high speeds there. At the finish, well, we're going to drive over that sign, and now we're at the finish. Second stage of the Monte Carlo Rally complete. And 2.2 seconds, well, I guess that's okay, ahead of Turunen. So all in all, we are 9.7, 9.8 seconds ahead now. Let's see how that turns out in the next stage, because, as you can see, the first stage with a lot of ice and snow in it. But first, let's repair the car. Let's not do anything in the setup, because I'm not cheating. I never am. Well, okay, I am sometimes, but not in this career mode. Definitely not. This is the first part of this stage is still asphalt, so I'm going as fast as possible here, just in order to not lose that much time in this stage overall, and to have a bit of a, you know, a thing I can rely on the ice and the snow that is coming up, well, pretty soon. Sooner than I'd expected, because here, as you can see already, it's kind of weird. It's not pure asphalt anymore, it's kind of a mixture, and that's bad, because every corner is different, and every corner feels different. You know, this corner, for example, it had quite a bit of ice in it, and this, on the other hand, doesn't have anything at all in the middle part of the corner, only at the end there. So yeah, I can't really go as fast as I want to go here anymore, and I think from this point on I will continue to lose a bit of time. But anyways, I'm still trying my best. It's what you do in a rally car. Drive as fast as possible without crashing. Slippy, well, I don't know if you heard that, but that kind of switched the switch over in my mind, and I'm kind of driving really slow from this point onwards. Because I don't want to crash. I don't want to, you know, do anything to the car. It's done pretty well so far. In the rally we've won, and also in the first stages of this rally, so I don't really want to crash it. This corner especially, it was really weird, because the entry was dry. There was no ice at all, and then on the end there was, whoa, snow, and there you can see it as well. It's just it's not pleasant to drive. It's really not pleasant to drive. It's okay if there's, you know, just snow, if it's pure snow like in Sweden for example, that's okay. But here, where it's just a bit of that and a bit of that, that's not that good. And it's not just rallyists that struggle with that, rally drivers that struggle with it, it's also in winter, a normal drive thingy. Whoa, bit of a Lego brick wall on the side there. But in winter, most people when they drive, you know, like they're used to, because it looks like there's just asphalt, it's nothing special. But then there's suddenly no grip anymore, suddenly there's ice, and they are not used to that at all, and they crash instantaneously. And I do not want to crash instantaneously, so I drive with a bit of care. And it's definitely not 100%, it's more like, you know, 50 or 30, I don't know, something like that percent. Because finishing is definitely more important than driving really fast and then crashing. It's an old saying in racing that in order to finish first, you have to finish first, and it's you know, it's true. People that don't finish, they cannot finish first. And now it's basically just ice anymore, just snow. And that's, you know, it's a bit better if it's just snow, because now I can, my mind is kind of set on the snow thing, and I think from this point now it's I would not lose that much time unless I do mistakes like that. But I have the splits, you know, the split times, I have them switched off because they kind of distract me when I'm driving, and I don't really want that many distractions because, you know, I have to concentrate a lot. And we're coming up to the finish here of the third and last stage of this episode. And we are at a time of 4:54, second with only 6 seconds, well, behind Turunen, and that means we're 3 seconds ahead of him overall, and that's good, I think, that's good. So well, that's it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, stop by the next one tomorrow, and until then I wish you a beautiful day.